evening, my friends. So you're finding me tonight in Miss Roderick's desk. I am waiting in the front office for families to come pick up their packets. So while I'm sitting here kind of being bored, I thought that I would read you guys a book because, of course, I was thinking about you guys and what you needed. And I have so many chapter books on my mind that I thought would be great reads. I couldn't decide. So I decided to read one of my other favorite books. Can you tell Miss Lingren has so many favorite books, it would be very hard for her to choose which one would be her favorite book. So like if Snatch a Book tried to steal one of my favorite books, I don't know which one Snatch a Book would choose because I have so many favorites. I love Harry Potter. I love a lot of the read alouds. I love Molly Lou Mellon. So I don't know what I would choose. So it would be very hard for me to know what Snatch a Book would take. I like this book because it's about dandelions, and dandelions are the flower for the military child. And as you know, I have 3 military children, and it's because when you make a wish on a dandelion, it blows to the air and they spread their seeds around the world. And my kids have been around the world with the Army, so that's why I love dandelions. So this story is called The Dandelion's Tale, and so we are going to read about it. And I also kind of chose it because we've had so much sunshine lately. Well, I know today's the first day of spring. The setting where the story takes place of this book is summer in a meadow, but I figured we could improvise today and kind of go with a summer book because Miss Lingren does not have a lot of spring books, and she was in the library today because I was cleaning out our classroom library. So let's read The Dandelion's Tale. I'm going to scooch up so that you can see the beautiful pictures because there's like great illustrations in this book. But I have found that it's very hard to show it all in this book. One fine summer day, Sparrow was out flying above a beautiful green meadow. The warm sun felt wonderful against his brown spotted feathers. Stopping to rest on the limb of a dogwood tree, Sparrow noticed a dandelion alone in the tall grass. Her downy seeds looked like a delicate cotton ball perched atop her light green stem. Imagine Sparrow's surprise when he heard the dandelion crying. "Hello down there," Sparrow chirped. "Why the tears? The sun is out, the air is warm, and everything is in bloom." "Let me tell you why I'm sad," the dandelion replied as Sparrow fluttered down beside her. "A short while ago, I was so strong and the brightest yellow you've ever seen. Now I'm white and fuzzy and I've lost most of my seed pods. If the wind starts to blow, I'll lose them all and no one will know I was ever here." Sparrow counted the dandelion's remaining pods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inside, each held a tiny seed. "Oh dear," Sparrow replied. "What will you do?" The dandelion considered her dilemma. "Since I'm planted in the ground and have no arms or legs, maybe you can help me?" "That's the spirit," Sparrow chirped. "Just tell me how." The dandelion thought for a moment, then said, "Can you fly me over to the other dandelions so I can tell them about myself?" Sparrow flew into the air and quickly scanned the fields. There wasn't another dandelion in sight. "I don't see any others," he reported. "There are some in a field I pass every day, but I'm afraid that may be too far away. The breeze could blow your seed pods right off." The dandelion sighed. "Still, if I could have only one wish, I would wish to be remembered." I wonder what your one wish would be. "Wait, I have an idea," Sparrow chirped. "Hopping from foot to foot, I could write your story in that patch of dirt by the tree. It would be just like a book," the dandelion said with glee. "I once saw a young mother read to her little boy there. The story was wonderful, and I was so envious that people have something as marvelous as books. Sparrow flapped his wings and landed by the tree. I know you can't see me, he shouted. Just tell me what you want me to write. The dandelion was thrilled. There were so many things to say. Write that I like the smell of the meadow the day after it rains. Oh, and that I love to look at clouds against a blue afternoon sky. Right, how much I've enjoyed hearing the laughter of children as they play in the meadow. And the fun I've had talking to the squirrels as they look for food in the morning. I kind of like Dandelion's life. That's a pretty cool life. Sparrow wrote and wrote for hours, scratching the dandelion's words into the soft, dry dirt. The dandelion told him all the things she had seen and loved. She spoke of milkweed and hummingbirds, of dancing butterflies and picnicking families, of busy ants and busier bees. When they were done, Sparrow read everything back to the dandelion. It's perfect, she said. Thank you so much. You've made me very happy. To show his own happiness, the sparrow whistled a song. By the time he was finished, shadows were creeping across the meadow and night was falling. I have to go now, he told the dandelion, but I'll be back tomorrow and we can read your story again. And with a loud chirp, he spread his wings and flew home. That night, there was a terrible storm. Thunder rumbled, lightning lit up the sky. Oh my, Sparrow cried. I do hope the dandelion is all right. He tried to fly to the meadow, but the wind blew him back into his nest. Morning came, and with it the sun rose in the sky. Rustling the water from his feathers, Sparrow sprang from his nest and flew to the dogwood tree. But all that was left of the dandelion was her light green stem. The storm had been too powerful for the fragile little flower. Poor, poor dandelion. I will miss you, he said. The sparrow recalled the dandelion's tale. At least, I still have your story to share, he said. He hopped over to the dirt patch, but his scratches were gone. The dandelion's story had been washed away by the rain. Sparrow closed his eyes and wept. As the breeze blew gently through the trees, he said, I promise I will never forget you. And he began to sing a beautiful song about the dandelion for all in the meadow to hear. Even the other birds in the trees joined in the dandelion's song. A few weeks later, Sparrow was flying over the meadow when he saw a cluster of baby dandelions by the dogwood tree. Curious, he sat down in the middle of them. Hello there, he said. Hi, they replied in their tiny voices. Sparrow counted the flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just as there had been 10 white seed pods on the dandelion. Each of the dandelion's children was as bright and yellow as the sun. Would you like to hear a special story? Sparrow asked. Yes, please, the littlest dandelion said. Sparrow settled into the grass and cleared his throat with a slight chirp. I'm going to tell you about a great friend of mine. And because Sparrow had written and read the dandelion's story, he discovered that he knew it by heart. When he was finished, he felt sure that the dandelion would never be forgotten. She would always live on in the bright yellow petals of her children and their children, and so on until the end of time. So, my friends, again, that's one of my favorite books. I love that I have this time to read to you because I always get to read already Jen books, but this time I get to choose some of my books that I just enjoy reading over and over again. And this is a book that I never even got to read to Jacob and Maddie and Justin because it came out after they were too big to do read-alouds. So I enjoy reading it to my class. And like I said, it's special to me because the dandelion is the flower of the military child, and I have 3 of those. So remember, when you make a wish, you're really just blowing the dandelion seeds all around. And some people say dandelions are weeds, but I don't think so. So again, enjoy your day. I hope you got out and enjoyed the sun. I shared some pictures today of Maddie and I's bike ride last night and what I did yesterday. So again, share with me what you need, what you've been doing. I want to know. And parents, please feel free, ask. Tell me what you need. If you need help, if you have questions, let me know. I'm always here to help. And have a great day. I love and miss you guys. Bye.